Hey everyone, and welcome to Tech Talk with Chad. And in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Windows 8. Now, we all know that Windows 8 was kind of released or announced to the public a few days ago, June 1st, at the big Microsoft developers thing they were doing. And they went off and they demonstrated some features of Windows 8. And this really made me lose a lot of faith in Microsoft and Windows 8 because I thought their new operating system is utter crap. I used to think, hey, Windows 8 is kind of promising. They showed off some pretty cool features in the early leaked alphas, like native ISO mounting and other things. They introduced a few things that I was kind of skeptical about, like they're using the ribbon interface in Explorer and other programs, and basically the entire operating system. But they also had a lot of cool things that I thought Windows 8 would bring to the table. Well, I was wrong. Windows 8 is kind of well, I'm just gonna tell you straight up why I don't like it. They basically replaced the most important feature of Windows, the Start menu. Remember the Start menu, Windows 95? That was what the new Windows entirely revolved around with Windows 95. The entire new era of Windows, starting Windows 95, introduced the Start menu. The whole Start Me Up ad campaign they did. All of that. The Start menu. If you think Windows, you think Start menu. It's there. It's how you access basically everything on your computer. And, well, I guess Microsoft said they don't like that anymore because they're getting rid of it. They have this new Start menu now. And, well, to be honest, it sucks. You've all seen Windows Phone 7, right? It's basically they took the idea and inspiration for the Start menu on Windows 8. They took that from Windows Phone 7. They had like the little Metro interface, and they have these little tiles. I'm gonna have pictures up. They have these little tiles. It has all your stuff in there, all your programs. They have it runs off like HTML5 and Java applets. It has all this little stuff, and you can multitask and do all this stuff with it. I think it's garbage because, well, sure, it's perfect if you have a touchscreen laptop or desktop or any kind of touchscreen interface, but to try and use that with a mouse, it would be utterly painfully torturous. And I'm really hoping that Microsoft has at least some kind of feature that allows you to switch from the regular Start menu to this whole Metro user interface thing. And this is what I think Microsoft should do. I think Microsoft should go out and say, hey, you know what? We're going to release two versions of our operating system, Windows 8. We're going to have one desktop and business-oriented operating system, and then one tablet, touchscreen, mobile interface operating system. Keep the two entirely separate, so you can develop into your little Metro or your little Windows Phone 7 kind of interface. You can do all your development on that and make a really nice, really clean, crisp, useful tablet and touchscreen operating system, but still keep the great stuff about our classic Windows 7 and previous operating systems, and make a good working business slash regular desktop experience for those people who don't have tablets, don't want tablets or touchscreen computers. See what Apple did. I know I don't like Apple, but take a page from Apple's book. They keep iOS and OS X completely separate. Yeah, sure, they release some iOS stuff as part of OS X, like the Mac App Store and those little finger scroll touch gestures things. But really, that works well. Microsoft, what you're doing is you're screwing over like 90% of your user base. How many people do you think of Microsoft's market share are using touch or tablet devices? I'm thinking less than 10%. So that means Microsoft is taking a giant leap of faith, and they're going to try and base this wild hunch that 10% is going to vastly grow. Meanwhile, they're completely screwing over their major market, which is business use. I mean, businesses are going to have no use for Windows 8. They're going to stick with Windows 7. So they're basically saying, those people that are giving us, billions of dollars, you know what, screw them. they can, go with a different operating system or, just don't upgrade. We are going to focus on the 1%, the very, very small minority of people who are going to take full advantage of this new software. So why are they doing that? I mean, they have Windows Phone 7. Why not, just keep it separate? I mean, this really I don't like. Windows 8 is very promising, except for the fact that they're using that stupid, goofy start menu. That bugs me so much. I mean, it's perfect if you have a touchscreen. It's flawless with touchscreens. But with a mouse, I mean, how can you... in the video, the guy said, oh yeah, this is very easy to use with a mouse. But some of the stuff he was doing, how could you possibly pull that off easier with a mouse? You can't. It's impossible. So basically, they're just saying a big screw you to everyone who is using a mouse and a keyboard instead of a tablet screen. Yeah, I'm sticking with Windows 7 until 2015, until it is not supported. And if Microsoft isn't showing any plans to change their operating systems, I'm going to Linux, because I don't like Mac. I'm starting to not like Windows, even though I've been a huge Windows fan for forever. I'm going with Linux if Microsoft doesn't step up its game and, start to acknowledge the fact that not everyone is going to be just eager to hop onto the whole tablet touchscreen bandwagon. That they're trying to, push that technology forward to people. We don't want it. So anyway, what are your thoughts on Windows 8? Do you think you're going to buy it? Do you think it sucks? Who do you agree with? Do you agree with Microsoft? Do you agree with me? Do you even use a touchscreen? I want to know how many people of my viewers actually would take advantage of this operating system. I'd like to know. So leave your feedback in the comments box or hit me up with a message or something. And best of all, subscribe. Stay tuned for my future videos. That's all for this, and have a great day.